Guys, Craig Mack here from What's New in Fitness magazine. I'm here today at the Australian Fitness Expo in Melbourne, and with Natasha from Star Trac. Natasha, you're the spinning master instructor.
Yes,
for,
I am.
for Star Trac.
That's correct.
And I believe you've been instructing spinning classes for about 17 years.
Yes, since I was born, apparently.
Now, one of the questions I did want to ask you was really the difference, because I used to do quite a lot of spinning classes.
Yep.
So perhaps, you know, the spinning classes of today versus those maybe 5 or 10 years ago.
Yep.
What's the key points of difference? Maybe just from the class perspective, first of all.
Yeah, I guess as far as the spinning program goes, the fundamentals of the program have remained the same, that it's based on science, heart rate training, a mind-body connection towards the rider and their performance. But I think the features of the bikes have changed, have evolved over the last 15 or 20 years. When Johnny G came up with a program, initially he was against having any type of reading on the screen other than the heart rate monitor, because he wanted it to be more of an internalised journey. Over the last 15 years and the evolution of other bikes and the technology that's come out, we now have developed a bike that has power and also cadence ranges on a screen. But the philosophy of what we do is essentially the same. Excuse me. There is now a program, a Spinpower program, so we deliver education that's based, again, it's based on performance, so it's not to take away from that internal connection or the mental focus of it being an emotional connection as well. So some things, and I know with fitness in general, every time we come to a conference there's the bigger and the better, and now we're doing it this way. I think sometimes when what you have remains the same, exercise, science and performance is always based on athletic goals, and that has really remained
I think it's
constant.
a good thing to see how well you're working or hard you're working.
Absolutely.
Because that just lends itself to the group fitness atmosphere.
Yes, and it definitely, I think in an indoor environment, because people aren't accountable to anything outside of their own perceived exertion, as far as instructors go, it's nice to be able to measure their effort. A lot of people won't wear a heart rate monitor, so being able to have a measurement of watts, it definitely makes people, it has to keep them honest. So the education that comes with the bike, which is the Blade Ion that has the power meter on it, really gives instructors all of the education that's required to be able to deliver a class that is still focused on the participants' individual ability, but also that they understand their performance.
So there's the black belt NXT. So
Star Trac,
the Blade Iron.
Our bikes have always been chain driven to simulate as close as possible to a outdoor bike, so a road bike. Star Trac has recently developed and now released a belt driven bike, which is currently sold the NXT black belt, so it's belt driven, very little or no maintenance. A lot of the maintenance comes with a chain. So for a fitness environment where participants are used to that very smooth, silent type of ride, it still has the same geometry of all of our other bikes, but now consumers have the option of going either belt driven or chain driven.
Cool. Okay guys, so to find out more about the Blade Iron spinning bike and the black belt NXT, we go to
Blue Fitness is the Australian and New Zealand distributor for all Star Trac products, so bluefitness.com.au, and also for spinning education for instructors as well through Blue Fitness.
Fantastic, Natasha. You can also go to what'snewinfitness.com.au, and there's a whole host of videos there to watch on Star Trac spinning. Thanks guys, bye bye.